Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my photos. This is Lightroom. It has library, develop, map, etc. So the library is where everything is. So I'm just going to go File, Import Photos and Videos. The source is going to be the Canon camera, obviously. I'm going to bring in everything for now. All these images I just took, they're raw files, CR2s. And I'm going to bring them into a subfolder. We'll call it Katie Window May 2020 and hit import. It'll now bring them in one at a time. Now, even though I shot these in black and white, and I have my black and white setting on my camera for the JPEG previews, you'll notice this funny thing. They're going to come in down here. They'll look black and white, and then they're going to pop into color. And that's because RAW can't really shoot in just black and white. It keeps everything it sees, etc. So an image like this, if we double click on it, you can see its color. Right now, this is my first image, which was just to show you she looks dark. The background is pure white, which is kind of cool. And then this one, she's a lot brighter, but you'll find it's misty. It's a little bit soft. So that's obviously not going to be my grade. The nice thing about Lightroom is I can rate them. So I can click on this one and give it a star. And then when you give it a star here, it can filter it based. See, it's got a star. I can filter them afterwards. So I can go through and say, okay, I don't like that one much. That one has potential. Potential. Nah. Too much. See how small eye looks there? It's too far away from the lens. So no. No. Maybe. Maybe kind of like that one. That one's soft and blurry because it was 1/15 of a second, and obviously I moved the camera. So that one I can take right out. So I'm just going to hit delete. Right from the disk, gone. Clearly she was talking. That one's... Nope. That one's okay. That one's cool. I like that one. And maybe that one. So now here, I can turn on my ratings. This is Control L. And I'm going to filter everything that is 1 or higher. And now these are the only ones I got left to work with, which is pretty cool. So if I want to play with one, let's play with this one, because I do kind of like this one. I'm going to go to Develop here. And under Develop, I can start playing with it. So I can zoom in. I can see that it's a little bit soft, but it's a portrait. Who cares? There's kind of some cool brightness here and darkness here. And over here, I can play around with my color treatment, etc. Very simply, I could start by sharpen it last. I could turn my saturation down and turn it into a black and white just like that. That's one way of doing it. Also, I can go to some of my presets here that I've had forever, and I can go to, say, Lightroom black and white filters. I can put a blue filter on it, which is kind of harsh. I can put a filter like that. That's quite nice. Let me show you one that my favorite, which is SiverFX Pro. SiverFX Pro was free for quite a long time. Now it isn't, but that's okay. I'll just show you how it works. It's pretty nifty. So what it's going to do is going to give us a slightly different window. Which I guess I'll need to fit inside my cast. There it is. And I can do, basically what it does, it gives you a bunch: classic, vintage, favorites, recently used, etc. And I can just click, like that's kind of a more high fashion. See how dark her eye is? I could fix that. Um, That's looks great on her shirt, but kind of makes her look a bit old there, so I don't like that one. This one looks really good, except look at her eye, it looks weird. So what I'm going to do there is, under SiverFX, I'm going to make a control point right here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, about like that. I'm going to go to my brightness and actually bring it up a bit and see how that looks. Better. That works better. These control points are great. You can copy them. You can make a new one. I'm gonna make one over here. Make it a little bit bigger, and say I want a little bit detail. I want a shoulder to appear again. I can go to brightness and just bring down that brightness a bit. And I can, if you hold Alt, also universal copy, I can do this a few times if I want, and bring a little bit. Just a tiny bit of contrast back into these areas, while leaving what I really like the contrast down there for. So there's my control points. I'm going to turn them off so you can see the image. That's super cool. This is tons of other things. Often I'll go down here to these color filters. Sometimes I really like what they do. Even in black and white, they will make a difference, except not in this one. I see nothing. So let's leave that alone. Film types, this is cool. You can go down here and play with all kinds of old-fashioned filmy stuff. As if I was using, old Kodak T-Max or Ilford or all kinds of different stuff here. Some are better than others. That one's good. That one looks kind of more real. So let's do that one. All right, so I'm going to save that. I can go back and do this a bunch of different times. I haven't even played with all the other cool stuff, but let's not make this too big a deal. Keep it a little bit short and simple. And what that will do is it'll save that as a preview. It'll put it back into Lightroom. I can kind of go back in again and look. Get in real close. Often when you do black and white stuff, it will add a bit of noise. So if that worries me, I can go back in here. I can remove noise. So I can do some noise reduction here. You can see it starts to go away. And I can add a bit of sharpening to it because it is a bit of a soft photo. There we go. I think that's a nice photo. And that's good. I'll stop there.